Hi everyone, this is Miss Golestani. For today's project, we are going to start cutting out our faces and gluing them down onto another white piece of paper. And then we are going to add some decoration or embellishment. It is another word for decoration to our background. For today's project, we need our artwork from last week. We need a white piece of paper, same size as the one that we used for our project last week. We need different colored papers. The scrap papers are fine. Actually, they are better. Use any colors you like. We need a pair of scissors, a glue stick, and a black Sharpie. Let's get started. The first thing that I need to do right now is to cut out these faces and then gluing them down nicely onto my background paper. I'm gonna do it right now, and for doing so, I need the help of two friends, Mr. Cutter and Mrs. Driver, my two hands. One hand is cutting and the other hand is rotating the paper. So to make my job easier always for cutting any shapes, it's better to cut around the shape first and get rid of this big size paper, okay? So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just cutting around this happy face first, carefully. And after I'm done cutting the whole round shape out around this, then I'm gonna probably go through more details. This time I really need the help of Mr. Cutter and Mrs. Driver. So while Mr. Cutter, my right hand is cutting the paper, my left hand, Mrs. Driver, is rotating the paper, is doing the driving job, okay? So I am taking my time. I'm not gonna go too fast, and I'm trying to get rid of this white paper around my happy face. Remember, don't worry if you make any mistakes. You need to practice a lot to get better in cutting. I practiced a lot. Can you see how right now how my left hand, or Mrs. Driver, is rotating the paper every time I'm cutting around these curvy lines? Okay, so this one is done. I'm gonna recycle this. Now I'm gonna cut out this smaller one. And when you see some small areas, don't worry about them. You don't need to cut them all out. I'm just gonna cut these two pink ribbons, and then I'm gonna go around this area. You can see how many times I'm rotating my paper with my left hand when I'm cutting out my shape face. This is the second one. I just can go around this area, okay? Why am I cutting these faces if I want to put them on the same white paper? Because then you can set them up the way you like it on your background paper, and you can make some changes however you like on your background paper. Remember, on the first paper that we drew on them, we didn't have enough space to draw all the faces in the same direction. Right now, we can overlap some of these faces to fit them on the paper. This is the last one. Okay, now that my faces are cut and ready, I am going to see how I like to put them or place them on my background paper. We call this composition. The way that artists place things on their artwork, we call it composition. And I will try different ways and see which one I like the most, and then I will go with that idea. Can you see how I'm playing around? It's like puzzle pieces, and whenever you feel that you are happy, you just can stop playing. Okay, I'm gonna go with this composition. I'm gonna go with this placement. I'm just gonna memorize it and then glue these pieces down, and then I am going to decorate the background and add more embellishment. Okay, now I'm going to glue these down. And since I am overlapping them, I have to think about which piece is gonna go first, which piece is gonna go over. So I think I have to glue this sad face down first. Then I'm gonna glue this one down. And then two others. Okay, the next step would be to add more collage pieces to this collage artwork, by cutting out some scrap colored papers in different shapes and adding some designs to my work. So I have these colors and I'm just picking the colors that I like, and I am going to start by cutting out probably some geometric shapes to create a nice background for my work. You can go with any type of shapes. You can create some geometric shapes, some organic shapes. For example, here I'm using these two hot colors, warm colors, yellow and red, to make geometric shapes. I can put them, overlap them, put them on top of each other, and then I start cutting out triangles. Then I'm gonna cut out some rectangles. I will start gluing these pieces down, and then from here I will add some more if I need to. We call this type of work embellishment, and we are using this collage technique to add embellishment or decoration to our work. You can make other shapes, doesn't have to be the shapes that I am using or cutting. I am just trying to keep a pattern of red and yellow. However, not all my shapes are the same, so I just try to have one yellow and then red. But again, you don't have to do the same shape or same pattern as mine. You can go with your own idea. So now that I covered almost all my background paper with different shapes and 2 warm colors, if I want to add more embellishment, which I actually like to, I am going to use a black Sharpie. And this time what I'm gonna do, I feel that I want to add some dots to some of these shapes randomly, and then some other patterns to some other shapes if I want to, just for the sake of embellishment, adding decoration, and to make my artwork look better. Another pattern that I like to add, and for this one I'm going to use a pen or a pen Sharpie. I am going to add curvy lines to some of these shapes. And then I may want to add some straight lines to some others. And then zigzag lines. And then some spiral lines on my white paper, not on my shapes. Okay, so my work is done. I hope that you guys try this collage part of this project, and I hope that you try different types of shapes and patterns on your background, and I hope that you enjoy this part of this project. Thank you for watching. Go make yours and have fun. Bye.